so far I'm really liking long distance.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Who doesn't want to sleep in their bed by themselves a couple of nights?
So congratulations on the new show. I watched the first episode and oh my God, it's so much fun. I love it.
It's a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun being there. And so watching it back is fun too.
Yeah. Have you seen the first episode and what was your reaction?
I've seen the first episode and my first reaction was I have to call my parents immediately and apologize. And that's exactly what I did.
What was the most embarrassing moment for you just in the first episode?
I hate seeing myself kiss anyone. And so the hot tub scene was a little bit crazy for me to watch, but I mean, I was very single at the time and I had a lot of fun that trip, so I don't regret it.
No, totally. I mean, it seems like you had hearts for eyes when it came to Andrea when you first met him. I mean, naturally so. I think anybody really would.
I mean, that accent and you know when you get in vacation mode and you have like a vacation fling, we definitely fell right into that.
Was it like an instant connection between the two of you? Because obviously we just see in the first episode, there's just some makeout. And then in the teaser trailer, it seems like things kind of go a little wrong between the two of you.
Andrea is one of the nicest people ever. And it was just easy to talk to him. So it just naturally happened. And everyone kind of coupled up after like the first 2 days. So we were always together and it was just like, okay.
Were you together? I'm sure you probably can't give it away, but were you together for most of the 2 weeks that you were there?
Yes.
Yeah. And then will we see a messy split, I guess?
No, actually we are still really good friends and everything really played out the way it was supposed to. And we're still very close.
Definitely. So did you get drunker in this house or the summer house?
Oh my God, I definitely got way drunker in Vermont. I don't know if it has to do with like the mountain air or that we were on vacation, but there were a lot of mornings that I woke up and was like, Sierra, what happened? So.
Do Kyle and Amanda ever force you guys out of that room?
No, but Amanda does sleep with us a few nights and everyone came in and used our bathroom. Like all the girls would get ready in our bathroom because it was just the biggest. So it was actually really fun. And I'm happy Sierra and I had that room because then the girls wouldn't have like congregated any like in there if Kyle was in there. So it ended up working out.
Definitely. And you needed the closet space.
I needed it. What was I going to do?
Do you prefer winter or summer house now after this?
Oh my God. It's such a tough question because of course I love the summer and I love our weekends together, but I had a really good time in Vermont and I loved that we were on vacation and all together for 2 weeks. And I also love winter fashion a lot more than I love summer. So I'm going to have to say Vermont.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it seems like this group of people kind of vibed right from the beginning. Did you kind of sense that as well?
We really did. We immediately all hit it off. We got so much closer. I mean, our group chat still goes off at least once a week. We'll be typing in it. So we're all still really good friends.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised that Austin was the man of Winter House.
He was. He literally was the guy.
Were you kind of shocked that he was kind of in this like love triangle between, at least what we see with Sierra and Lindsey and even Madison a little bit?
I didn't know to the extent of what was happening with the love triangle. I was busy doing my own thing, but I will say Austin and I got very close in Vermont and he really was great. We had so much fun. He's hilarious and he's still one of my very good friends, and Vermont really solidified that, I think.
Yeah. Who would you prefer to see him with?
Oh, I can't answer that. But you'll see how it all plays out. But I will say in Vermont, him and Sierra, I mean, from the jump of them meeting each other, they both had googly eyes for each other. So you'll see how it all plays out.
Does it cause a wedge between Sierra and Lindsey at all?
It actually doesn't. Sierra and Lindsey are both two very mature girls who know what they want. And I think if one of them said, hey, back off, the other one absolutely would. So there wasn't like a huge situation, but there was a situation.
We do see in the first episode that Madison is still texting Austin, and that was kind of like in like when they were first like maybe breaking up, things were kind of ending for them. Would you say that once Winter House was done, he was completely over Madison?
I don't know, because when I was in Vermont, I didn't know Madison and I didn't really know the ins and outs of their relationship. But he didn't talk about her that much toward the end. But she definitely came up a lot in conversation. Yeah.
The ghost of Madison is always around. Yeah. Were you surprised that she was still texting him after all that was going down between them?
Not really. Breakups are hard, and like getting over people are hard, and they dated for a while. And I recently met Madison. She is lovely. She's been nothing but nice to me. So I get when two people just like can't quit each other.
Yeah. Does this kind of spill over into Summer House as well? Are we going to see cameos from a few of the people going to Long Island?
Yes, we definitely in Vermont all got very, very close. And in the spring, we all hung out. So it's just natural that if we have a house in the Hamptons, we would invite all of our friends.
Yeah. I mean, just based on teaser trailer, it seems like Gabby maybe causes a little bit of trouble between Amanda and Kyle. Obviously, we know they got married, so they got over it. But did she cause a little bit of trouble in the house?
I think everyone caused a little bit of trouble in the house, so no one is safe from that. But Gabby was so much fun. We loved meeting her. We loved having her in our group. And Julia really did a good job with who she invited. Everyone meshed really well together.
Yeah, I did love that everybody knew Julia, and Julia was the last one to show up.
Julia's great. Julia's also hilarious, like one of the funniest girls I know. So I'm really excited for people to see her personality.
Definitely. And how was Amanda and Kyle's wedding?
Stunning. Like, I don't think I've been to a prettier wedding. Their pictures, she looked like an absolute princess. His vows were, everyone was crying. It really was such a perfect night.
Oh, who got the most drunk?
Oh my God. I don't even know. We all collectively knew the assignment and were drunk. I blacked out at one point for sure.
Totally. What was the best part of the wedding? Was it just like obviously seeing your friends getting married after all this time?
Honestly, I think the best part of the wedding was I was a bridesmaid. And I'd never been a bridesmaid before. So getting ready and watching Amanda, get ready to walk down the aisle was so special. And I'm so grateful that she even had me be a part of her day. And it was really nice to see. And her dad seeing her for the first time, I think was my favorite part.
Definitely. Was it strange not having Hannah around? What is the friendship like with you guys now?
Hannah and I are still really good friends. And, as you get older and are an adult, you have separate friendships, and sometimes people that you're friends with never hang out. And I think we're at a place now where it's just, I have a friendship with Hannah and I also have a friendship with Amanda. And, we don't ever really mix the two, but it never really is a problem.
Yeah. Are you disappointed or happy that she decided to leave the show? Or do you think because it's going to be better for her?
Of course, I'll always miss my friend if we're doing fun things, and I, wish that she could experience it with us. But Hannah is so busy. She's planning a wedding. She's on tour with her comedy show. So I think everything happens for a reason, and everyone lands where they're supposed to land at the end of the day.
Yeah. How are wedding plans going with her? And do you still approve of Des?
I think they're a great couple. I think they complement each other really well. She is a very easygoing bride, so she hasn't freaked out much yet about anything. And I think they're gonna have a small wedding, but I think she picked her venue. So
that's exciting. And another bridesmaid duty for you?
I actually don't think she's even doing a bridal party.
Okay,
so
interesting.
Yeah. I don't have to fight with her about dresses or anything.
Sounds good. We recently spoke to Craig and he told us that he's been spending a bit more time in New York. Is that because of you?
Sure is.
Sure is. We're out there now. We're official.
We're out there.
We're out there.
Craig has definitely been coming to New York a lot more. And now that it is getting colder in New York, I will for sure be on a flight to Charleston.
I love Craig. I think he's fantastic. He's
great.
So much fun. I mean, can you kind of tell me like the timeline and when you guys, because there's all this speculation that you guys were hanging out for so long. We never really know what was going on. So if you can kind of lay out the timeline and when it turned from, because he was still dating Natalie on Winter House. So when it turned from, friendship to relationship.
So I met Craig actually 3 years ago and he was single and I had a boyfriend and I absolutely respected that I was in a relationship. And then when we got to Vermont, I didn't know he had a girlfriend. So I was a little bummed when I first got there. But of course, he was absolutely respectful to his girlfriend. And I'm so happy now looking back that he had a girlfriend because we built just a very platonic friendship. And which is like the base of our relationship now. So everything really does happen for a reason. And you'll just have to see how it kind of plays out toward the end of our vacation.
Nice. I mean, what makes this relationship a little different from your past relationships?
Craig it sounds so cliche, but Craig just gets me. Mm-hmm. Like there's a lot of things I don't have to explain to him because we look at things very similarly. So it just fits. Like it just is very natural and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Are you going to be helping him out with sewing down south?
I was there last weekend. He does not need my help at all. It is the cutest store ever. Mm-hmm. And his whole team and staff are the nicest people ever. It is true. People in the South are just way nicer than New Yorkers. So I feel myself getting nicer as the days go on.
How has it been doing, long distance? Has that been a challenge for you guys so far?
I hope that we're not jinxing ourselves, but we actually love long distance. Mm-hmm. We're two people that are very independent and have so much going on during the week. So when we get like Monday through Friday to get all of our things done, and then I hop on a plane Friday morning, it's fun. I feel like we're more present with each other when we are together. We're not on our phones and we like plan and do fun things. So far I'm really liking long distance.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Who doesn't want to sleep in their bed by themselves a couple of nights?
That's very true. It's nice to have the space and absence makes the heart grow fonder. And it's not a far flight either. So that's good.
It's so easy.
Are you going to be on next season of Southern Charm?
Well, I am in a relationship with someone who is on Southern Charm. So you probably will see me pop up here and there, but we'll see.
Yeah. How was that friend group? Were they welcoming to you?
Everyone that Craig hangs out with could not be nicer to me. I've met pretty much everyone. I knew Shep in Austin from, a couple of years ago, and everyone really is so lovely. Shep's girlfriend is one of my favorite people ever. Taylor is like such a sweetheart. So yeah, everyone's been really nice.
Yeah. Do you think that you will make a move down there if it gets, more serious?
Oh, wow. We just started dating. Right. I have not thought about it at all, but I love New York, so I kind of always see myself having a place in New York when I need to escape, because I don't really fit in down there in terms of fashion. Definitely on the outside a little bit. You
can bring the New York fashion to Charleston. Yeah. Why were you guys so hesitant or decide not to go public with your relationship like a while ago when you guys first started dating?
So everyone was saying like, oh, they're acting or like they're doing it as a PR stunt. And like, if we were doing that, I'd be posting about him a ton. Mm-hmm. But this is a very real relationship and it's very new. And of course, you're not like gonna post the guy you start talking to right away. And also we haven't taken a grid-worthy picture yet. Let's just be honest. I haven't approved one yet. And so I haven't posted it. But we did get a little drunk at the wedding and threw like a story up there from the photo. So I'm just waiting till the right scenery happens to like snap a pic.
I love it. You got to wait for the absolutely perfect moment. Was it like awkward? Yeah. Was it like awkward having that boyfriend girlfriend talk, being like, all right, we're gonna do this?
No, it was honestly very natural. Like when we officially started dating, it was like, well, yeah, we're dating. We act like it. So everything was very calm and like everything moved at a very normal rate and it was all natural. And,
yeah. Were you surprised as like that you guys had so much in common when you first got really started getting along?
I wasn't surprised because the moment I met him, I had such a crush on him and I had a boyfriend. So I was like, I can't talk to this person. So we like did not have a friendship. And then in Vermont, we kind of like just bounced off of each other really well, but we were platonic friends. I obviously had something else going on and so did he. So it just felt really natural once we started hanging out and just like never stopped.
Yeah. Is it going to be awkward for him to watch back your scenes with Andrea?
I don't think so. I think he's like pretty secure in where we are now. And he had a girlfriend. So it's not like I picked Andrea over Craig. It was, pretty set in stone, like what was happening. I would never go for someone who had a girlfriend. It's just so not me. So all happened the way it was supposed to.
Definitely. And yes, and you're all still friends, which I think is great. Yeah. Do you think that we're going to have another winter house like maybe next year too? Because I mean, just based on the first episode, I hope so.
I hope so. Mm-hmm. I would go back to Vermont in a heartbeat. It really was. We were so sad to leave the last day. Like some of us cried. Like we really did have the best time with each other. We did a lot of snow adventures that I never thought I'd ever do in my life. So I would go back in a second.